We're recording. Oh, just in time for Shadow. Fuck, my voice is actually gone.
Oh, Bix.
Shadow, you're
Oh,
here, and because
oh,
you said like 20% of the questions. That's great. That's great. We'll be doing your stuff first. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. We should be in this one.
Lord.
We're
I love
sick
Lord.
together. Fuck yeah. Is it also
Oh,
your birthday tomorrow? Because that's how well
you.
the sickness timed itself. Hi, Platinum. I took some juice. I'm making decorations. Wanna see? Yeah, it's a weird voice filter for sure. Look at that. Oh, hi, Captain. Hi, Zane.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, it's great. I'm so sad we didn't manage to do a second one last week. But I'm fucking stoked for doing it this week.
Here we go. This
Uh,
is number
Story of
2,
a
week
girl.
3.
This is true. Number
This
two,
is the
week
story of a
3.
girl. I need
I
everyone
have.
to understand
Hmm?
Bex's voice was better just before we went live. Like,
Huh? Yeah, my.
literally,
I feel like my voice crashed as soon as we like pressed the go live button. It's just really fun thing that's happening to me right now. um, it's not my birthday tomorrow, but I was so sick 2 nights ago that I popped blood vessels in my face. You know what? That does count. I think that's a birthday present to yourself, even if it's not your birthday. Uh, I think it's because as soon as like me and Zane were just like talking, and then as soon as I go live, I'm like, and I try to go to like this ratio of voice, and it's just not. I can't hit there.
it's not there.
It's not
It's
there.
just, shit's not there, eh?
I
Yeah.
thought, Zane, you know how we said
I'm saying
we're not gonna shit talk, right? We're gonna be business people when we're working on this project. We're gonna be
business.
focused. But I thought at the start of stream, as people like fill in, maybe we could do like one fun fact of of like our week past. Um, so I have a fun fact. You can think about yours.
Oh
Um,
god, I'm sunken now.
okay, I'll tell you my fun fact. I have
Please.
finally blocked enough Temu ads on YouTube that they've stopped trying to give me Temu. And I'm very proud of it. Finally. Not my squeak voice. This is my normal voice. This is
You're a mouse.
trying to speak in a normal range. I'll have a strepsil in a second. That should help. But that's my
What
fun fact,
in
guys. I fucking hate Temu. I'm not interested in buying from Temu. I don't want to support. I understand if there's things you cannot find in your area and you use Temu, but personally, I don't want to be served it as an ad every 2 minutes on YouTube. So I've blocked them all, and now they've gone, okay, we're just going to give you Udi ads instead.
I
It's
don't get
funny.
Temu ads.
You don't?
They don't target me.
What the
And so
fuck?
obviously you looked at Temu for too long
I
one
didn't.
day and
I
they
never
went,
have
she
opened Temu. I
fucking loves
don't have it
Temu.
installed.
They were like, she fucking loves Temu.
I hate Temu.
Yeah.
Okay, Captain, give us your fun fact if Zane's still thinking.
Biggs. My fun fact is I think you need to raise both of our images ever so slightly because there's a green line that
Oh, there
appears.
fucking is. I think it's a resizing thing. I have to resize us.
Alright.
Eh, 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 eh,
Captain,
eh.
give us a fun fact.
Oh,
I've
no.
got I've got a couple of fun facts
Oh, yeah?
that are interesting. That are interesting. Just things
Oh.
I'm learning at uni that are kind of cool.
Oh, yeah? I like fun facts. Uni
Yeah.
facts. I love learning.
So for people who don't know, I've
God
just
damn,
I'm
why
in
did you
my
point this out to me?
3rd week of my new university course, studying software engineering, majoring in game design and game programming.
Hooray!
It's very cool. I've made a whole bunch of cool new friends, and I'm learning lots of cool new interesting things, some of which are fun to share. So we were having a conversation today. A lot of what we talk about, along with the math and software engineering sides of it, is like context for games.
Oh, I
Um,
love that shit.
it's so interesting. It's so like a large portion of the first video games were uh, made around the time of the Cold
Wait a
War.
minute.
Um,
Oh.
because that's when the technology got to the point when, like, after the war was the time when everybody had a television in their house. That was like when it first got to that point,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
right?
see where you're going.
So the majority of games at the beginning were about like incoming missiles. One of the first ones called Missile Command, which
Oh.
literally is you shooting missiles out of the sky that are falling on homes and military bases.
Is this why the first, like, there's like Space Invaders? You know what I mean? Like, it's just
Yeah,
more military, but it's in space now?
that is that's the theory. It's
Huh.
the theory, yeah. There's a couple of people like early developers that confirmed that was why they made games. Um, and so moving forward a little bit, there's a couple of interesting things there. I don't know if anybody has seen the movie Ready Player One, but
Yes.
there is a phenomenal book that that is based on that is all about a large portion of games from that kind of era. It's it's very cool, very very interesting.
So you would have walked into
Uh,
that session knowing a little bit more because you're a Ready Player One stan.
exactly. So one of the main ones was about the game Adventure. I don't know if anybody's heard about it, but you basically
Oh.
play as a little yellow square, and you pick up keys and kill dragons and things like that.
Timu had no. Carry on.
And the game Adventure had the first ever Easter egg in it because you weren't allowed to put in your name when you developed a game back then. So the dev hid his name in the game.
Oh,
So you had to kill the final boss and then walk all the way back to the very beginning of the game.
the very
Opens a
first
room.
moment.
Very first
Oh,
Easter egg. There you go. That's a fun
that's
fact.
so funny.
There you go. So if you want to play
Also,
Adventure, terrible game. But
Lollims,
go back.
look. They're
I see.
cranes and an orchid. Well, a lily, I think, actually is the origami I used.
They are so cute.
This is really cute. I don't know if I should make it 4 cranes, though, or just keep it at 2.
I'm opening an alcoholic beverage.
I love the idea that every one of these streams you have at least one.
You got it.
Yeah, nice
Gotta
too.
have one.
Um,
Just one.
Captain's fact, I had my final assessments Monday and Tuesday. For your butchery. You passed both of them. Now I need to wait for paperwork to come back from a government department. Then I get a 60% raise. Just like that. Fucking...
60% raise.
60...
God.
God, I want that.
You know how you get a 60% raise?
Hmm? I leave.
Don't work for the company you work for.
Wow, it's sad. But it's a little bit true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe we'll just leave it at 3 and then I'll... But then I have to make a lot more of these. I want them to be the base one.
I think leaving it at 3 is a good idea. Because I think then you can hang them at whatever height you want instead of being forced to hang them at, so like alternating heights is cute.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah.
Okay. Well, Shoto, are you ready to have all
Well-
your questions answered? Because
Oh
Zane
man.
has thought about them. Zane
ramble.
actually reviewed all the questions last week,
I did.
recorded his responses, and then I just got too busy. Zane never uploaded it to Google Drive for me to watch. And that was it. So Zekanor is still... I want to point out, Zekanor, I have written... I don't know if you looked at it, Zane, yet, but I wrote a bunch in ideas between. There's like...
I've
3
opened it. Yeah, I see it. You've got 3 different tile ideas and a thing about suns. Some of these questions are questions that were in the Discord that Shoto asked.
Well there you go. Maybe this is basically how we're gonna start off these sessions, I think. So let's go over here. We can
You gonna go to
start.
the Discord first?
Yeah.
Meander our way
I
through
think
the
I
Discord.
think that's the way to do it, right? Do the Discord and
Alright.
then...
All right. Now, is this because the way I filmed my response, which was very silly, was basically me reading all of the questions as quickly as possible out loud and then answering them as quickly as possible with a gut reaction.
I love that. I don't know if my brain is going to keep up with that today, but I'm here for the
That's what-
silliness.
That's what I was gonna say.
I don't know if I have the capacity. Someone chat so I can see where the chat box is again. I don't know if I have the capacity to. I'll see. But this is like, it could just be as simple as I agree, because I think our brains work in very similar fashions. Oh,
Yeah.
Captain, you're allowed to use the word schlong here.
It's Todney. Hello, Todney.
Oh, okay. The chat box isn't as big. I can make the chat box
Yeah, it's
a
over there.
bit chunkier.
That's all right.
Hi,
all right.
Todd. Todd, Todd birthday party might be postponed. We'll see. I fucking have no voice right now.
Captain, that's a great fun fact. Relative to size, the barnacle has the largest schlong in the world. Now that is what I call a fun
That's a fun fact. How? Wait, hold on. They have penises?
Well, yeah. It's not just mammals that get penises. So no, it doesn't look the same, but you know.
No, but I'm just.
Are you thinking about?
In case
are you
COVID?
thinking
No, I
about-
tested. I don't have COVID apparently.
You thinking about barnacle schlong now?
I am thinking about barnacle schlong because I remember doing biology at school and studying about like crustaceans and you know, shellfish and stuff, and just being like, shellfish are disgusting. You slurp up just innards. You're slurping up everything. You're just, and that's why I don't like eating shellfish. Also, they make my tongue itchy, so I think my body was just instinctively telling me not to eat them because it was all innards. But really, I'm allergic. But yeah,
I'd
now I'm
go with
thinking
that.
about it. Does that mean you
Go with
slurp up an oyster penis?
Yeah, of course.
You slurp up a barnacle penis.
Yeah.
Don't
Gotta eat
clip
the whole
that.
thing.
Don't clip it out of context, please.
You don't want people to remind you that you slurp barnacle penis? That you?
I am not personally going out there. Don't make me laugh, because then we will lose my voice entirely.
You? The bitch
I am
slurp?
not
Slurp
slurping.
barnacle penis?
I don't slurp. I've not slurped a shellfish penis in the longest
while.
time. The last time I tried was before I went to university. That's a long
Wow.
time ago.
Wow, wow. And now you've been with your partner for a really long time, so you can't anymore.
No, I okay, we need to stop this. You, we need to stop.
Oh man, Bix is really sick. Bix is really sick. It shouldn't be making her laugh like this. Okay.
Guys, I've missed streaming. I'm really glad Zane's here today though, because I don't know how we're gonna cope otherwise.
I'm Zane.
Ugh,
Okay.
tell
Question
me.
numero uno. The lovely Shotokan is asking how do tiles manage to spread their illness? For anybody who wasn't here last time, the whole basic idea of
Yeah.
the world is divided up into a fuck ton of square tiles.
Mm-hmm.
And every now and then, at a random interval or a given interval, they swap places randomly. Or not randomly. We haven't decided yet.
We haven't decided quite on the rotation cycle. But then actually, this question might prompt us to think about that rotation cycle, because if it's random, then there might be places that haven't experienced some illness yet, right? And then if it's not random, then there's places that are inoculized to the other people's viruses. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I was going to say that I think they also all have, like, microclimates in some regard. Like, we had the conversation about temperature change and, like, jungle and deserty kinds of things.
Yes.
Last time, and I think the spread of illness is similar. I think if someone gets sick, and then, I'm sorry, Gumstitch, you're so right. Shoto actually asked, how does tiles manage the spread of illness?
Yeah, you have to say it with all caps.
That was actually the question. I think it's a microclimate, but if someone gets sick and then walks over the border, then they're fucking a whole bunch of people over that have not got defenses against this virus. You're absolutely right. It's terrible. Could be problems. Todney, it's this first spell. Zane is Z-A-N-E.
Yeah, he's my
I'm
MC.
Yo,
My
yo.
MC and my birthday.
All right. 2. Shotokan says, what's past the edge of the world? What do people see? Well, personally,
Mm-hmm.
it's either
Mm.
ocean, like that's where the water is,
Yeah.
or it's actually like a Minecraft void. It's like you see the stars and you can see the, like, further question that happens further down, but you can see the sun and or moon rotating.
If we wanted, oh no.
Do you know
If we
what I mean?
wanted, if we wanted to go extra weird,
Yeah.
we could always say it's like a fucking loop-de-loop Earth. You know, instead of it being like a circle, it's like it loops around like this.
Uh-huh. What? So you walk continually in one direction, you just show up at the other
Yeah,
side.
but if you walk like say like north and south, it will take you the whole loop of the tiles. But then like
So it's
east
a
and west,
sphere.
you find the edge. No, it's
Oh,
just a
oh, so
fucking
it's
ring.
so it's like Game of Thrones.
Is that the Game of Thrones universe?
Yeah, you know how they used to have the fucking thing
Oh,
inside the sphere?
I didn't know that.
It was
Oh, like in the intro thing.
yeah. It was kind of
Ah,
actually like that.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What do we think of that idea?
I
I kind of just liked it as like a flat thing because then it makes it if we were
I
to
like I like a flat thing. I like a
yeah.
flat thing. Yeah. Captain, it's not a flat disc on the back of four elephants riding on the back of a massive space turtle. That is a great idea
Oh,
from a knight of the Queen, of the King, His Majesty the King of England, Sir Terry Pratchett, the man with the meteorite sword.
oh yeah.
And I would never steal that idea from that man because I have too much respect for
We love Pratchett here.
him. Four oysters holding it up with their oyster wangs, though. Now that's an original idea.
Now that I don't think any author's done that before.
We couldn't possibly do it because Gummy, you came up with it.
Yeah, that's a Gumstitch. Gunstitch certified TM gummy.
Is there some kind of barrier that manifests when a tile shifts to the edge? No. I think it becomes a cliff.
I totally agree. I would like there to be some uncertainty and some danger.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
I think if
Like
I
we're
think
not building a safety
no.
net. Although I still like the idea. This is just Bex not letting go of an idea, but she'll let go of it if someone tells her to.
What's the idea?
That the whole thing of this is like some person's experiment that they've left on a table inside of a wizarding workshop, and it just does the rotations. And really, like if they look at the edge of the world kind of thing, they might see like the globe of glass that actually contains this whole universe. But it's only like if you have really high intelligence, perception, whatever.
Only if you're on the very edge or you like fly really high.
Yeah, if you were to fly over the abyss for a certain period of time, that you would actually acknowledge the fact that there's like a glass barrier, like a thick, because like you're tiny.
Mm.
But that's just me being real the borrowers about it.
Okay, follow-up question. Since it's not barrier to the edge of the world, does the edge of the world also lead to the between? Yes, I totally think. I think the between
Yeah,
is
I think it
actually
goes to the same
literally-
place.
It's the under bit.
Yeah.
Even
It's
when they're
it's
like
the casing.
teleporting.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
The
Staring at the
talent.
abyss stares back. Yeah, sometimes. Has language slowly synthesized into a common, or have tiles retained native languages? I think it's both.
I think it's both. I
Personally.
think it's like you say, if there's a climate thing, like certain
Mm,
groupings of people in different climates have like their cultures, their symbolism, their language.
And I also think some people.
But there might be universal truths now.
Some people are more isolated, and when I say more isolated, I mean they
Oh.
don't interact when the tiles switch. They keep people out. They don't want to talk to the outsiders for
I should be
any
writing
number
this
of
shit down.
reasons. Any number of reasons. Has anything not human ever emerged from the between? I don't think so, Shoto, but maybe once or twice for specific places. I think if it has ever happened, I think it's a big. Do you know
The
what I mean?
liminal space is also the same at the. I'm just making sure you write down these things so we don't actually lose this.
That's a great idea.
I'm
Bix is
supposed
the
to-
writer.
The same
But
at
she's
the
also-
edges.
Head empty at the moment. So.
I am head empty.
Yeah,
Do you guys want to see my? No, I'm not gonna get distracted. Okay.
I'm proud of you. That was so good.
It was
That
really
was
hard.
So good.
It
I'm
was
so
really
proud
hard.
of you.
Okay, thanks, Zane. I needed that. Same at the edges. It's
God.
this. So we're saying it, and it's a flat. Are we saying rectangular? Are we
I don't
or like
know.
big
I
square?
think in my head they're squares.
And it ends up being a square, right?
In my head they're squares and it goes up to a square.
Yeah. In my head, it's like
Or-
it's just like a giant board game. But like, there's
Yeah.
people who have to live with this version of the world.
What if it is a board? What if we make a board game?
Oh, fuck. No, but that'll be the spin-off.
All right, enough. Enough.
Uh,
The world, unbeknownst to inhabitants, is a petri dish. In the other realms or instances, there are other petri dishes, and you could inject disasters, like a massive being.
oh, is this in the...
This is a chat.
Oh, this is chat, not Discord? Okay, I thought I was on the wrong area.
Yeah, this is just Captain adding.
Is localized between climate regions. And then same with language.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I've made those notes.
How big/deep is the ocean? What kind of life does it support? Is it stagnant, or is there a spring from the between that feeds and circulates water? I don't think the springs come from the between. I think the springs come from, because we haven't talked about how deep the fucking tiles go yet. But in my head, it's
No, we haven't.
actually like a selection of water from underground. It's like a full aquifer.
Yeah.
Like that feeds into a potential ocean. But I also think like an ocean tile is just a perfect square of water. Maybe with an island or two in it.
Yes.
You know?
I like that idea because I would like the idea of there being regions that still have natural defense structures.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because
Totally.
if we have to still have mountains, I think we still have to have cliff ranges. You know, we still have to have all of the things where people, you know, like in Marty, we need like a hillside, you know, so that we can say we can look out and see from the hill who the danger are and where they're coming from. So it's like I still want those kind of things. So the fact that there's like an island nation that is still protected by water, even if they move, where every tile around them is landlocked.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
But last time we talked about how the fact that there's no salt water. I still think we keep that. I still fuck with that a lot.
I love no salt water.
I love no salt water.
I love that a lot. So the answer is, how big/deep is the ocean? The ocean is the exact same size as all the other tiles. When we decide the size of that, we made up a vague idea, but we think we should test it.
Yeah, I think we do need a test.
And there is an ocean floor, I think, for sure. But I think it is very similar to the height of a normal tile, whatever the height that is. I think there is spring water, but I think ocean water is also fresh water. There's problems with drinking it for other reasons, but not because you're going to get dehydrated from the salt. Is there a moon? Is there a sun? Is there a day-night cycle? Yes. In my opinion.
Aqua. Oh, spelled it correctly for me. Aquifer based.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, I still think I think this was one of the questions that I wrote in the in-between section, was that do they see the same cosmos, or are they seeing their own cosmos that's tied directly to their tile? Like, is it different?
I don't think so. I think they all have been moved to this place. Like the tile is physically there.
So it exists in this space in the world. Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
And I think from all of the places where the tiles have been taken from, there's just massive missing squares.
You guys can barely hear the music.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so like if you saw the other universe where this was from, it's just like there's a square missing from this Earth, and then
that's caused so many fucking issues.
Yeah.
That's like a terrifying and horrific piece of
and I feel like
itself.
That would be such a fucking interesting campaign. Like down the line, once this world is established, and then we go, okay, now the campaign is the tile. Like you go back to where the tile came from.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Okay, Shoto, we've established that these tiles were brought here by something, and I think they also provide a warm yellow sun that is the correct distance away that rotates around the square. And I think there is also a moon, maybe 2 moons.
Yeah, I fuck with 2 moons.
I fuck with 2 moons. I think there's definitely a moon of some sort. I think there's something fucked with the moon, but we'll figure that out. Maybe something fucked with the sun too. Many of the tiles been returned or returned, but to the wrong world. A phenomenal question.
Oh.
That's a really good question. I don't know. I personally, I would. Okay, Bex,
Huh?
has this happened before?
So like, are we saying like, say this is some kind of mass experiment, right?
Yeah,
And this experiment has happened previously. Hi, Quinn.
yeah.
Sorry,
Hey,
I'm
Gwen.
I'm so off my game chat. But if this experiment has happened before, are we saying like this is when they can find out there's been a past iterations and they're like maybe the third, and currently they're the most successful ones, but like they don't know that because they're just fucking people living out their days.
I don't know if it's important. Excuse me. It's been a long day for me as well. Uh, I don't know if it's important how many previous iterations there have been.
If it's like, is it like a trickster god? You know, like a Sheogorath kind of an entity that's like, what if? And he's. But they might not know that as like people. As like an everyday citizen. They might not understand that this trickster god has done like a. What if we do this? And that's why
Mm,
he's not taking like huge segments from a place, right? He's taking this like square of a certain size because that's all he can maneuver
yeah, maybe.
before the other gods like try to stop them.
No, the people are not artificial. The people are entirely real, and the
These are
world
entirely
pieces
real,
are
and I
real.
think that's when this like clashing of cultures and languages and stuff, because like these are all things that they've brought from their home planets.
Yeah, totally.
And
And I
that's why
think Shoto.
I think it should feel a little alien, like high fantasy, but there's a little bit of alienness about it, like stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And Shoto, I think hilariously, you're saying this obviously opens up a lot of Pantheon questions, but I disagree. I think the one Pantheon question is, do they all get their own Pantheons? And the answer is, in my head, yes.
Yes.
They bring their own gods, their own beliefs, their own spirituality, their own culture with them.
And
So
the thing
Pantheon
is, it
question
might
is
be the same
everyone.
god. They just have their own name for him, or them, or her, or you know what I
For
mean?
sure. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Totally.
do you fuck with that though? Like,
I fuck with the war.
do you fuck with the war? Do you
Fuck
fuck
with the war.
with the idea of it being an experiment?
This bitch don't know about Pantheon. You know what I mean?
Huh?
Damn, Bex.
I'm fine.
Yup. Totally fine.
Huh.
There's a concrete set? Why does it have to be a set, Shoto? Why can't there be an infinite? Every time new people come, they bring new gods.
I
A
think
key
it's
piece
some.
of this for me.
Mm.
You go. No, you go.
I think this is like the thing. I mean, growing up as a religious person as well, sometimes I wonder at the fact that we all have come up with this, um, like entity, big man in the sky.
Yeah.
Like that's not one religious grouping that agrees to that. There's lots, and they might have different names for him or them, or like it's. But it could still be the same person. I mean, I'm kind of like, I'm agnostic now. But I still think, like, what if it's just the same dude? What if it's just the same thing? So it's like, it could be, in fact, that, yes, Shoto, like, these deities have, like, true names. But, like, it doesn't matter to them that the people don't know them because, like, they're still getting the worship.
Yeah. I think for me, the experiment is very much about people. It's like a what will people do if experiment.
Yeah.
And the answer is like people get uprooted and shifted to a new place, or will they adapt? And I think well, like if the deities exist, what is their influence on the world? Great question. I think my answer is not a lot. I think the point is it's an agreed upon experiment. It's a great cosmic experiment
Yeah.
from maybe it is a trickster god, but maybe all the other gods are like, let him have his fun. Then he won't fuck with our world.
Yeah, let him make his own, and then he can just do what he wants over there.
Yeah, maybe it's like maybe
Ooh,
it's
that's
okay. Here's
oh
thought offer.
you
I
got
got
okay.
an offer.
Mm-hmm.
The inside of the brain is itching.
Yeah.
So God it's a new god. It is a young god for some reason. I don't know where they came from. I don't know how they've come to be. I don't know if it matters. They recently have appeared in some regard, and they go, everyone else has created a thing for my followers, and I should do that too. And then they get writer's block, or they just can't. They're not original for some reason or another. And
This is
so their
so
solution
good.
is borrowing places, borrowing things and cultures and beliefs, and they just pick all the most interesting, visually, um, like psychologically, the most interesting culturally places, things, people to pull into their world.
I fuck with this so hard, dude. I love that because then we can also add in things like, you know, it took him a while to figure out climate structure.
Yeah, he's still figuring it out.
Yeah.
He's like, oh shit, all those people died from that plague. Okay,
I should
they
probably
shouldn't
not
come.
do plague
Don't
now.
don't bring the Black Plague with
Yes.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
Guys. Yeah.
And maybe
Yeah,
one of the
yeah, yeah,
first
yeah.
tiles to be removed was like a plague tile. And he just
Plague
sent
tile.
it back to a different planet. And then that god's like, what the fuck is wrong with all my people now?
Yeah.
But I think
And
I love the idea that he doesn't know what he's doing, but he was too lazy to start from scratch. Or
yes,
them.
They. Yeah.
They. Yeah.
I like that. I also think that they're doing their best.
Yeah.
Like they are trying to make a good place. They just don't know what is good for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone wants different things.
So calamities in the past are all tied to this god, like learning a new thing about humans and like existence.
Well, there's the next question, right? Is everyone a human? Are all the people human? Are there any more questions? Moon and sun. Yes, they rotate around the thing. The god was like, this I can copy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he was like, okay, I understand. Tides go in and out, moon go up and down. Like he could get that much.
Yeah. Lol, the creator sword accidentally knocked the prototype off work surface, resulting in the word being fractured and really jumping, keep dropping it again, causing it to be fractured again because the creator can't remember how it went together. Pretty funny.
That's pretty funny.
Shoto, have the people living in this world developed a reliable method of long-distance communication? How do maps and navigational charts work? I think.
Oh, okay, this one. Yeah.
I think.
This is when we need to. That's like
people.
the
I think that's a
deciding if it's
cultural
random. Oh.
Specifically with long distance contact, I think like some magic does allow you to do that.
Okay.
But not all magic. And maybe they don't work the whole distance. I don't know. I feel like maps and navigational charts, you just gotta be like, I know this square.
You know this, but maybe there is just some tiles that are quite like well established. Like you go to the cartographer's shop and you're like, okay, the city of Hasselfrass is now to the north of us. Can I have the district map? And then maybe it's the map maker's job. He sends runners out to like go, you know, check if all the streets are the same, or you know what I mean? Like, I think they could be, but I think there would be, you know, obvious difficulties to it, and it is sort of this fluid thing where people have, I mean, maybe people have their own system where they have like maps of all the tiles, and then they have to like after the shift they have to
remap.
they have to like stick them into this, you know, like roll that has like a sheath on top kind of thing so that it's see-through, but they can like put things where they're supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like there's
They got, like,
some
a
kind of
cork board.
mechanical thing that people have figured out works.
They got like a cork board and they just stick all the new bits. Like, oh, the square's moved over here, and so that's actually B3 now. That's you know, fucking
could be.
Z40.
Yeah, it could be that. You know how like I think Terry Pratchett does this, and there's a couple other people that do. But there's like guilds that exist outside of all authorities, and like you don't fuck with, you know, like no one attacks them, no one fucks with them. They are allowed to travel anywhere. If they have the badge, they can go anywhere. And maybe that's the Map Makers Guild. Is like they are allowed to go anywhere.
Maybe that's our role-playing game players.
Are part of this guild. That's a good opening.
It's like the Pathfinders Association.
Because we
whatever,
talked
in
about
Pathfinder.
big tragedy happening to a tile.
Yeah.
Or
But
like there was like a random sequence where it's like, oh, now it's a warfaring faction. You were expecting the nice city of Silk.
Yeah. Good intro for storytelling is like intro, place, and people, then tragedy.
Then tragedy.
And
You're so smart.
the intro section is the intro section is them being like adventurers or map people, map makers. Or they get asked to be map makers and they turn it down for some reason, and then when the tragedy happens, they're like, fuck it, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, so it's a guild sitting outside of all authorities and entities. And like, you know, it took them centuries to get this worked out that every town would leave them alone.
Hi, Dane. Dane's here.
Hi, Day.
James is dying, Dane. Falling apart.
For the benefit of all. I mean, it needs to be, yeah, the whole like thing, the mantra is like, we map for the benefit of all. You know, like it's
Yeah.
or it's like, stay square.
Oh, that's cute. Stay square is funny.
Stay square.
Be in the know. Be there or be aware.
Be aware and be square. I love that.
Be aware of the square. Yeah. Something like that.
Too. Be aware and be square is quite funny.
Yeah.
Second door. Okay. So we've gone through, that's all the community questions. Guys, after stream today, you will be allowed to drop in your questions again so that you can, you know, be part of the process of us thinking about this stuff. We really welcome you to do that. For now, I suppose I'll take you to the writing scene. This is what I've written thus far for session 2.
For today.
I noticed you put the exclamation point on it. That's very cute.
Yeah, thanks. We should date it.
Oh, yeah, we should. Wait, did I date the last one?
No, we didn't. Hold on.
Oh, no, I did. I said notes. 22nd of the 2nd.
Okay, great.
Wow, 22nd of the 2nd. Holy shit, now we're in March.
Look at that.
Now we're in March. Ha ha ha. Also, I added barnacle penis to the quotes. I don't think that was the exact quote, but if someone could get me one of the quotes from earlier, that would be great.
Barnacle pieces.
Okay. Should we go through the ideas between?
Yeah, do it. Talk me through your ideas.
So, I think, and this is something that Zane pointed out last time, is that he's like a big thinker, and I'm just like a sporadic thinker. Zane has the know-how to make it work as a system. I just come up with the cool ideas to put in it.
Bex is big thinker as
well. But I do have. Bex has
got it all. Okay? Bex got it all.
The reason that this is, I think we needed this piece of paper is because I have random ideas at random moments, and I need to like put them on paper so that we can come back to it later. So,
Yeah.
I came up with 2 of these before the 5th of March, but I wrote all of these down on the 5th, and I said, "Here's a tile idea." I was thinking about this before bedtime. Like I was thinking, like, okay, if we're thinking of a place that's a tile, right? The economy doesn't necessarily have to be in the middle of the space. It can be on the border. It could be welcoming people in, like the newbies
Of course.
come to our district. So I was thinking, what if it's a big pleasure district and like drinking metropolis? Like it's a place to go drink and to go watch the dancing girls, and all of the city, like, or the town or whatever, is built on the edges of this tile. And then like the middle of the tile is this big hillside with like a, you know, like the top person who's in charge of all of the pleasure houses that's taking tax from all these people sits on top living in the big wine house, and then down the sides of this hill are just vineyards. So it's, you know, like this is where the finest wines come from. And because of the way we were thinking about climate, like there's a hot side and a cold side, it's probably in the middle of it all, right? It's probably in the middle of the whole map. So it's always surrounded by people. What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you like?
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hi, Max. Big's
Hi, Max.
exploding brain. That's literally me.
It's true. You got a mess brain. Doesn't fit in your head. That's how big it is. I think,
I'm gonna take a
I think
strip.
in my head,
Mm.
how populated are all of the tiles? And a percentage
That's
from
Great question.
0 to 100. Because I'm feeling like with this first one in particular.
Yeah, Dane, but a party might be postponed at this rate because
Yeah, I'm
I'm
thinking
not
that.
well. I don't want it postponed. I just want to be. I don't
But
want
you
to
can't
grow old.
talk. You can't talk.
I don't want to grow old. Okay. How big are the tiles?
And how
How big
populated-
of a populace can exist
And
on it?
how many tiles have people?
How many have people?
Because
Where's session 1? What did we we threw around the idea that oh, there's the earthquake bit, it's a
Pretty good time.
30-day seasonal rotation.
50 by 50 kilometer tiles.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, 50 by 50.
12-hour walk across. But people felt like it was much larger than that. We were like, that's kind of fun. And people were like, whoa, that feels big and small at the same time.
Hmm.
So, I don't know.
But I feel like
Yeah.
if we're doing a 50 by 50, it's a 12-hour walk. And we have 100 tiles. That seems like a lot, but they don't all have to be inhabited. That's still like, you know,
Well, it's
you
like,
you can be really surrounded by tiles at that point. Oh my god, do you want to pull up a
Getting a calculator out.
okay?
Shit. Alright.
Hi,
I got me a
I
little-
can do that. I got juice, but we're still
Okay.
stuck to postpone. You can't come now.
Okay, so if we have a total of 100 tiles, thank you for the drink, mate. That's a 10 by 10 square.
Carrier pigeons, Shadow. I don't know actually.
Carrier pigeons.
Wait, what did you say?
If we have 10 by 10 tile, like a 10 by 10 grid, that's 100 tiles, right?
Yeah.
That feels like not enough tiles to me.
Do we have to open up Excel or something so I can see this visually?
I think it needs to be like 15 at least. 15 by 15.
Okay. How many tiles is that? Because I can't math
That's
right now.
200. That's 225 tiles.
Okay.
Let me hold on. You know what I'm gonna do? Fuck it.
Hi,
Make it
Otter. Hi.
Make it a little. It's Nerdy Otter.
Dane, you're not coming to my party. You're gonna miss out on my cute decoration. I've been making decorations from my sick bed today. These are cranes.
Fix. You
And
gotta
this
slow
is
down.
I don't like slowing down. It's fucking boring.
Fix. You gotta slow down. At some
No!
point, otherwise, your body's gonna force you to slow down like it is
I
now.
hate being immune compromised.
You're literally, your body's forcing you to slow down because you didn't take it slow, and you work yourself to the bone. You work harder than I do sometimes.
I don't work enough. I don't do
Fucking
enough.
You were the person who's convinced you of that.
I don't do enough. I only work like 20 hours a week. That's not even enough.
And does it fuck you up, make you sick?
Only because I did a 40-hour last week.
Okay, but we get to. I don't know. You gotta look after yourself, guys. Oh.
I don't do enough, like, period in anything. You do a lot. I don't do enough. This is like the curse of my brain, though. It's like
Yeah.
I always think I'm not doing enough.
You will. You truly will. One,
But currently I'm
two,
not earning
three,
enough either, so I need to
5,
do more.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're going 15 by 15 at the moment.
Yeah, my brain needs to shut the fuck up. They're so good. I'm sorry you're sick. Yeah, I got sick for my birthday. It was a present to myself. Fuck me, I guess.
Cute. Cute. That means you get to. Okay, that's.
Okay.
Okay, then we go on to 30. Okay,
Yes, you
fix it
can
for
with
a little
energy. Then you're doing enough. This is the thing, though, because my brain has the capacity to do so much more. It's actually just my physical well-being, like my actual body, because of my stupid connective tissue disease. I just like my body will give up before my brain does, and then I get in this like cycle of trying to push myself to do. Shut up, Zane. You're nodding, and shut up. I get this.
I didn't say a
I
word.
get in this cycle of trying to keep doing as much as I want to do, and then I hit a wall, and then I have to lie in the bed, bored out of my fucking brain for like 2 days straight. Can you show me in Excel how many tiles this is? You put in the
open up the.
Oh, is it in there? Oh,
It's in the module
Thank you.
folder.
This helps my brain.
In the module folder.
All right.
So
These
that's
are not
25
These are not
by
square.
25. All right. I did my best. You got to move them all individually.
No, you don't. You just select all and then change the size.
Well, great. Have you got a square?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's square enough. I'll shut up. So this is... Well, this is nice. That's a nice boulder.
I've actually gone too low. I've gone too far down. Hold on.
This is,
It's meant to be like this. Right? So 5 more. 5 through 20 is 15.
You know what? If we just have this, and then we can, like... Can you put notes? You can insert notes. You can just go, this tile is... And then every day, we, like, put a new note on the tile. So that we can figure out all... How many tiles do we need to make?
I mean, we don't... I think the key bit that we talked about was that we don't have to make all the tiles. Because the whole point is, it's a like, ground for people to build on top of. Right? It's like a basis. We build a whole bunch of like a couple of ideas of tiles. We build a list of tiles, and we build an idea of an adventure that goes through the tiles that we've built.
The idea, though, even if we have, like, say there's like 20 tiles that are just forest, that we still have like an encounter roller for, like, you walk through this forest tile, you find this thing, you know what I mean? So it's not like we have to say exactly on this tile. It's like, wow, you found it.
Yeah, we build a whole bunch of random encounter like tables. We build a whole bunch of. We could even just like name tiles and describe them in like 5 words.
Yeah.
So this is 15 by 15 tiles, by the way, which is 225 tiles.
15. I think we should just go with that for now.
Right.
So wait, that's 225, right? So we say, let's come up, us and chat. Oh God, I don't know why I burped. It's all that happening.
Because you drunk a bunch of water.
We do that. Oh my God, I'm getting raided. Oh my God. I don't
Oh
think
my
you
God.
guys can hear them.
Starstream.
Holy guacamole. Hi, stream. Nerd logic. Choose life. I'm choosing. I'm really trying.
Choose life, Bex. We
You can't
love
hear the
you.
alert. That's all right.
Oh my God.
Apparently my alerts are broken, but you know. Yeah, shout out
the
to
way it is.
Starstream. One
We
of
love
the
Starstream.
loveliest, most supportive people on the internet. Thank you for raiding. You're always so
Love you,
nice to me.
Starstream.
I'll never blame you. I broke them. No, I think I just didn't fix them from the last time we did this, where it was also broken. Okay. Hello to the raiders. I'm Bexplore. I'm sick as a dog. This is my friend Zane.
I'm not sick, but I'm still a dog.
Yeah, and he's also a can down. Thanks for the health potions. We're
needs them.
currently doing a special project. It's called Zekanor. Oh, Gummy, we should just build me a Nightbot command for Sixplore so that people know about my autoimmune disease and why I'm fucking always sick. Hi, Crash.
Hey, Dane, I got that dog in him. So true.
Oh, Logic, thank you also for the health potions. It's very sweet. Yeah, so we're building, this is our second session building Zekanor. It's a module that we're going to release hopefully at the end of the year. That's the idea. For like it's like a D&D campaign or like a Pathfinder campaign or like a anything you want that fits in the world campaign guide.
Tabletop role-playing adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a bunch of different things that we're going through. You say something funny, I'll put it in the quotes book. We have a page that just is ideas that I randomly had between sessions, or Zane has, and then we also have a Discord chat if you want to input your own questions for us to answer the following session. You just need to join the Discord, and it's called Zekanor, because that's the name of the thing that we're building.
Yeah.
And I'm losing my voice.
Send the Bexplore Discord.
Yeah, and then we just write down our thoughts and ideas each session, and then we're going to try and make it like a concise thing. But currently, the concept exists. Can you explain the concept, or I'll cough?
I can do it. You're gonna cough anyway, but I'll explain it. The whole idea is it's a magical fantasy world where a whole bunch of places have been like kidnapped from where they actually are. So a bunch like 50 by 50 kilometer squares. With like interesting pieces of culture, beautiful pieces of like architecture or amazing natural wonders, amazing creatures, interesting fantastical places have been like kidnapped in 50 by 50 kilometer squares and placed on a massive grid together. And then every now and then the grid randomly shuffles itself. We don't know why or how yet. Well, we know how. It's magic.
It's magic.
But we get more details.
And we're kind of learning the why. It's because of a god who's learning his job.
He's getting sort of shit out. New god.
New god.
Same
New
tricks.
god who does.
New god who does. Same trickies.
Shadow asks, but how would the pigeons know where to go? They can't remember or memorize routes because of the tile shift. Maybe they have an enhanced sense of smell. Right?
Shoto, I think this links back to... By the way, Shoto, if you think it's an important question, push it. Please push it.
Yeah.
I love all these questions. But I'd like to jump back to the OG of your question, which was long-distance communication system. And then pigeons was like a side comment to that. I think long-distance communication system is sometimes a thing that works, but sometimes a thing that doesn't work. I think it's like some people it's a magic-related system, some people it's like pigeons. But there is the inherent issue with pigeons, so they can't go so far. I think that there is just issues with long-distance communication when the tiles shift. Do you know what I mean? Hi, Humble.
Uh,
Hello. Oh my God.
hello.
Oh, man.
With rollable encounter, um, points of interest tables.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
So yeah, I think we try and like come up with like 110 defined-ish ones. Like you say, we could probably name them all. But
Come up with a book. Can we come up with a book full of tiles? That sounds like a fucking phenomenal idea.
but then yeah, if we come up with like 110 of them.
Cool.
And some of them are very more huge cityscape populations, and then some of them are like, you know, it might just be one really interesting thing.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my ideas between, which I did, because we already talked about one thus far, and it led to some interesting questions, and I think we still probably need to talk more about the populace of that kind of thing. Maybe it's only one side of the tile, or like maybe it's like a tent village that just moves to the side of the tile that's going to have like the closest population that they can pleasure district.
Yeah, I mean, I hope you know just copy pasted that is the thing. That's great. I love that a lot.
Tile song of all the names, like the country naming song. That's funny. In the
That is
school, they're
really
going.
funny.
It's like the
I like that
American
a lot.
states, you know. You just have to remember all the names.
The
Okay.
alphabet rap.
So I had another tile idea. This one, because we talked about there not being oceans, or like there's no salt water, and we don't really
Hold on.
think there's huge boats because there's not huge oceans to cross.
Hold on, I'm making a new document. It's just called tiles.
Oh, okay, great. So then we can, once a tile idea is like agreed upon, we put it in there.
I think we just write ideas, and then we have a list of them that are the agreed upon ones. But we just write a fucking list of ideas as well.
Well, I think that the idea ones go into this thing. The ideas between, and then once they're like, yeah, we check them in the other.
But isn't ideas between isn't the point of ideas between there?
Like prompting questions.
Yeah, it's like a thing we write when we're not on it now, right? Like, but if we come up with a tile idea now,
then we put it straight into the tile.
We put it straight into the thing, and then we
okay.
Can
and then maybe it's one of those things where we go through like closer, like to like June, July, we start really combing through the tiles and going through it. Okay, I agree with that.
Great idea.
Okay.
So I think this wine Metropolis.
Oh yeah, you like it?
I'm just gonna hard copy it right now.
Thank you. I thought it was fun. I thought it was interesting, and like it plays with the concept of the actual shape of a tile, right? That was like my thing for it.
Hit me with your second one.
My second one is there's this big galleon, like bigger than makes sense for this world, because remember he's snatched it from somewhere else, or like this entities. Now this makes much more sense the way I thought about this now.
Yeah.
So it's jammed between some rocks in a way that it's still kind of like maybe it's on like a tiny little lane, but it's still like a serviceable space that people can go in and out of. And it's now a museum of shit that doesn't make sense for this universe. So someone has gone out of their way to like collect things from all the other tiles. It's like, we don't know what it is anymore. We've forgotten. So there's like weird mechanisms and like paintings of lords that never existed in this world because it's been stolen from somewhere else, right? So that's the concept for this like crazy museum that's like jammed into a cliff face. Yeah. Maybe it's the base for the Cartography Guild. That's fucking good. Oh, Shoto.
We love that.
Shoto's definitely getting like a thank you in the book, you know what I mean?
Shoto's getting it.
Shoto's on board.
Okay.
From their travels. I like that. I like that addition to it.
I'm going to copy and paste this again, but I think you should update it in the tiles one. Okay.
Will do. Should I walk you through my other idea?
Do you want to update this one before we forget?
Yep. Where did it go?
I'm going to change the font to something silly.
Oh, I might need to reload. Dun, dun, dun. You want to change the font? I like the fact that you're changing the fonts. Okay. This now serves as a base of operation for the cartographer. I mean, we'll give them a proper name at some point.
Yeah.
Whoa, I spelled cartographer really wrong.
Will.
Whoa, cartography guild. As part of their questing to map also involves bringing back unique items.
They look for that. They treasure hunt.
Oh, I can't spell today, team. It's not. I don't have the ability anymore. But I really love that. I think that's so cool.
I think it's great. I think it's dope.
Okay. The other idea between
One more.
it's up. Shadow's gotten the word anal blocked. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Shadow's not VIP. I thought Shadow could say anything. Maybe I'll make Shadow VIP. This one is. I think this kind of leans into the idea that, like, even if there is gods, that they all have different names for it, and they're not sure, like, really who it is. But I think it's like there's like, because again, I'm trying to play with the idea of the actual shape of the tile system. So I'm thinking there's a giant cliff and then a water like that, you know, like a river that starts at that cliffside. But the back of the cliff is like a sheer drop. And the water just comes crashing down into a pond that's like right on the edge of a tile. Behind the waterfall is this carving of a goddess. And so, like, if your tile is placed next to this one, it's supposed to be like a sign of good fortune or the nurturing of new life, or, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a symbolism to have this woman carved, and, you know.
Yep.
But
Yep,
it's like,
yep,
so
yep.
there's like a shallow pool that your tile will be right up against, so everyone wants to go near the blessing water or whatever.
And some people have like built like a matching temple on their tile. So
Yeah.
they're like, we have been blessed.
Our mistress is back. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. I love that
Yeah.
a lot.
So does this pond have actual special properties, or is it actual superstition? I don't know. I kind of fuck with the idea that maybe there is some kind of medicinal property to it, like a plant that grows specifically under this cliffside. And maybe it
It's a
sinks
cure-all.
to you like a nern root.
Yeah, maybe it's like a cure-all of sorts.
Yeah, yeah. And that's why it's like
heals all
she's like a symbol of new life or nurture or nature or good fortune, because she has this plant that's like a. And so, you know, like a lot of people are trying to sneak to the sacred grove kind of like pond thing to take it for profit. But there's just so many tiles that know the thing that they've built these kind of security areas around it, because it's just on that really backside of that tile.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, will they get magical hair that lights up when they sing? Maybe.
Whoa.
Whole tile of magical anime girls
You know,
and boys and creatures in between.
maybe it's a hot spring. Maybe all
it's
of the
a hot
anime
spring.
girlies go and lose their top in it, you know? It's just,
Damn. Wow.
you know?
You know, the anime boys can lose their top too.
They can.
Vash the Stampede. He's going there. He's losing his top.
I think this question got answered. So I'm just going to delete that. Boom. Done. We went through all of my ideas between sessions.
Amazing.
And look at that. We have 3 tile ideas now.
Bam. 3 tile ideas. Just like
We
that.
only have to come up with 107 more.
107 more. Easy. Easy. Some of these stations is just going to be our spitting tile ideas.
Spit and tile ideas. Yeah, yeah.
And I love that. I'm a big fan of that.
Is there an establishment on the tile itself with this waterfall pond to protect it when the tile lines up with? I think potentially, like, on top of the cliff, there's some kind of, like, a religious group. You know what I mean? Like, on top of her waterfall.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
they've
yeah,
built
yeah,
some
yeah.
kind of system where they can just drop a drawbridge if they don't think anyone below is deserving, and the waters just
Yeah,
don't flow down. That'd be fucked up,
that's
right?
that's terrifying. That's terrifying. I reckon there are probably some sort that do have magical properties, but there are probably some sort of just superstition from when they came from worlds where the god was like, "Nah, bro, that's out of my jurisdiction. Can't be fucked going out there and get to grant wishes anymore."
Oh, that's so true.
I love that. Lolmas,
I
great
love
call.
that.
Funny
Um,
as hell. Great idea. Terrifying.
uh, but then maybe there's the occasional, like, the God will go, I'm hearing your prayer. I am coming. Like, moment. That'd be pretty fucking cool and big.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
this
I
is
don't know.
fun. This is so fun.
This is. I'm having a great time.
What's
I
your
don't know if
thought?
I feel. I don't know if I
Mm.
feel like gods have been disconnected. I think they're just
I think they've just been meddled with, right? A little bit.
Yeah, but I think like I like the idea that the other gods are like, oh, my people are just here now. They're not like they're not like annoyed with this new god. They're just like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Shoto, I think they're I think they're a resource that grows well for the people who live there, and then they can choose to give it away if they wish. Maybe the plant doesn't last very long when it's been picked, and it only grows here.
Yeah, I think that could be part of it. Is like, the further away from the source, the potency drops or something.
Yeah. There is a magic flower.
Oh, you're writing this on the
That
thing.
grows here.
Um,
It cures all
what were
ailments.
you saying before? Oh, we should possibly talk about at this point
Yep.
races. We've talked a little bit about, like, again, these are things that we can decide on way down the line. But like, what do you fuck with, Zane?
You fuck with the war. I personally, uh, I'd love to hear what you think. My immediate thought
Yeah.
is that uh, when I hear about people trying to come up with new fantasy races,
Mm.
my initial thought is to not be sold on the concept.
Oh.
Like, and then people have to prove to me that this new and interesting race that they have just created is worth my time. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I do see what you mean.
I don't know if that's a good. Yeah.
It's like, it's one of those things, I guess, from our youths, we have been trained to understand the concept of a dwarf, an elf, and a goblin.
Yeah.
And some other bits, like, I mean, orcs pretty normal for New Zealand to think about as well because of Lord of the Rings. But you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those, like, oh, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Or is it that we just do? Yeah, I see.
I think that uh that any fantasy race can have been plucked and placed here. But I don't think we should go like all out trying to create a whole new
Set of things.
beautiful set of races.
I think it's one of the, like, one of the things that was cool about Skyrim to me, and Oblivion, and like the whole Bethesda thing, is that they have like these dead races, and you just see all the shit that's left behind.
Yeah.
If this place is so many centuries, eons, whatever, old at this point, maybe there is just dead races that just don't exist, but there's just the remnants of them being there, like in the desert or whatever. You know, like that is where the
They
arthropod
were
people
there
were.
and they
Yeah,
arrived and died off.
yeah.
Yeah,
And so basically, we're just
yeah,
saying, what are the hardy races that have coped with this constant change that's happening?
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Because I think the other thing is the other way to do it in my head would be to be like, okay, we're gonna create a whole new list of races,
hmm,
and then we just go off making some real cool, interesting monster fucking things.
yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, either we, it's like either we go full in or full out, and just go
That's
like,
my feeling as we
yeah,
go. We gotta go all in, all out about new races.
not just have like all of the typical ones and then one weird one.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. Or what we do is we have slightly fucked up versions of the normal races.
Yeah, I kind of fuck with that, honestly.
Kind of like the Divinity one, where it was like the
Yeah,
Divinity elves are
are
like
really fucked up, and weird.
they're like weird thin creatures that
That can eat
people.
memories out of people's bodies.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Terrifying, right? You're like, I know what an elf is, and they're like, but do you?
But do you? I
Do
kind of
you
fuck with
really?
that, Zane. I kind of fuck
Yeah.
with like subverting expectations, but still
Okay.
giving people some familiarity in what they're working with.
Okay.
Because
great.
like I
Let's
think our whole
do that.
concept is about subverting expectations a little bit.
Okay, great. Let's do that.
Futzing with the norm, yes. All the speaking my language. Yeah, Quinn loves race building. He's so good at it too. Quinn is just great.
Slash
I saw Dana oh no, Lolims and Shadow are still talking about the plant. Okay. New God notices and oh shoot, I forgot to check up on Buddy God's magical pool and grant his wishes this month. I love that. I was thinking, well, if the plants grow at the pond at the base of the cliff, they only grow there. How's the population of those plants protected? I think, like I say, it's like there's a group that lives on top of the cliff. They might have their own like walk down the edge of the cliff to the base to maintain
And
the
they-
water, but it's like
they protect it.
right on the edge of the tile. Like there's not much room to work with down there.
Yeah, I think they are protecting it and looking after it.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe it's like a bunch of warrior monks.
I feel like I'm in trouble. Daneski?
Daniski? I mean, Game Sky.
So
Divinity. Go.
I think us leaning into divinity as a theme is good as well, because like that's what we did. Zane, we finished that game.
We finished that game. We fucking finished.
We
that
fucking
game.
finished it.
That ending was sad as hell.
It really do be. I still want to kind of play it the other way. I still want us to go back and play it the other way.
Oh god.
Okay.
So much game.
So if we're saying that, let's
Yeah.
think about this, right? We have a cold climate, a hot climate,
Yeah.
middle climate,
Yeah.
and then we have so many tiles in between that need population, that need to be populated.
Yeah.
What if we fuck with it and just like only have snow elves? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Elves are like crazy pale skin. You can see their veins.
Elves
all
are
the time.
crazy pale skin. You see their veins. And like and like maybe there's certain times of the year where they just go into hibernation when it's cold enough.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. They hide in caves. They seal themselves in little ice cocoons for 3 months.
Let's just totally take elves away from magical woods and fairies, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, fuck the Fae. They're
Fuck
terrible.
Fae. Oh yeah, we should have some fucked up Fae.
Gotta have some fucked up Fae. But we also gotta have
Okay.
the fuckable Fae. You know? Not for me, of course, but for, those that wish to partake in such a thing.
And they build
Looks-
like huge ice structures for houses and stuff. Veiny blue-white cave elves, hell yeah. Elves that are literally
Yeah.
snow, they don't melt in high temp. Their skin forms a hard and ice exterior that protects them.
So what I'm hearing is that elves are essentially frogs and they freeze themselves during the winter. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe. Frog elves. Frog elf. They have bug eyes.
Oh, they have fucking buggy ass eyes.
Long ass sticky tongues. I don't know about tongues, but they got bug eyes.
They do have buggy eyes. I think they totally have buggy
Little
eyes.
Buggy eyes. Right? Elves equals frogs.
Okay. Well, I wrote it in Google instead. Elves equals
You're gonna Google frog
Frogs.
elves?
frog elves.
Bex, I had quite a long day, so I don't know how long I can do this for.
That's
And you were
that's
sick.
fine.
We shouldn't. Go too late.
We shouldn't be going too late anyway. Maybe let's just do. I mean, this is the thing, chat. You can still add all your questions into the Discord after, even if me and Zane have to stop for the day.
We would love. Please know that at the start of the next session, we will always go through all of the questions that are in that Discord.
The other thing is, this is fun for me. That I'm really big, you know, the whole AI conversation with art right now. I'm really keen for us when we start building out tiles and when we start coming up with these races and really figuring out the visuals of them. I'm keen to like get like, I think keen to get like Mia, my sister, to be like the art curator, but have her and like a bunch of other artists do like different parts of it, so that like literally there's like an alienness, there's like a difference, there's, you know, like that stylistic choices are very varied. And like, you know, she will be there as like kind of a guiding conductor of the theme of it, so that it all fits in the Zekinor world. But then like, you know, like we have someone who's dedicated to like designing what snow elves look like.
I love that. That sounds like a fucking phenomenal idea. Yeah, absolutely do that.
Do what you can and we'll vibe. I mean, that's like, it's very hard. Supposed to, you know, have a birthday tomorrow and then have a birthday party on Saturday, and I don't know. We'll just cancel aging.
You're allowed to just.
I'll just be better. By then. It'll be fine. But yeah, I'll probably. Oh fuck! Did I ever get anything out of the freezer? I fucking didn't. Can't.
That's okay.
No, it's not. Quentin was gonna cook it now. Aging is cancelled. What else is what is your
freezer now?
I should. Then I don't know if it'll have enough time to defrost before dinner anyway.
It's 6:30.
I'll go get something out. But Zane,
I'm Zane.
what race would you have? What race would you fuck with?
What race would I have? What, and how would I fuck it up?
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of a fucked up lizard, like a lizard bird thing. One of my favorite books of all time is called The Long Way to a Small Angry. Bex knows this. I don't know if she can hear me all the way. She probably can. We'll figure it out. But if you haven't read it, it's a fucking phenomenal book. I think I'd argue it is the best, like, literary description of like what it will be like when aliens. It's like a sci-fi novel. When aliens and humans are forced to live together and exist, like coexist, and it is that classic like small ship. People have to live together and learn to get on, but it's also aliens. So a long selection of it is like some of the aliens have like crazy claws, and so the human ship design has like grating, like a classic sci-fi thing. Is a whole bunch of the back, like behind the scenes shit is like grating to walk on the floor. But if you've got horrific claws, walking on grating sucks because you get them stuck all the time. So they had to like build a whole bunch of weird like mishmashy bits on top to make sure the claws don't get stuck. All that kind of shit. And like, imagine a cool lizard race. Like Dragonborn never talk about it, but imagine like shedding your skin. Dragons do it. They talked about that. They don't talk about Dragonborn shedding the skin. So like a cool kind of like a lizard dragon thing. Dragons. One of my favorite cool pieces of fantasy shit, right? So I love a dragon. Fucking love a dragon. So we're gonna fit in cool dragons somewhere, or maybe dinosaurs. Gotta have a little dinosaur thing. Dinosaurs. Yeah, I don't know. I think fucked up Dragonborn in a cool kind of like slightly too. Maybe Dragonborn eat magic. What if Dragonborn like live off like ambient magic in some regard? They're like maybe they have to like siphon it or harvest it, or they like what if Dragonborn all have wings in some regard? No, here we go. What if Dragonborn are solar powered, but the sun is magic? So the sun is a great source of magical energy. And the dragons, like, they sun themselves like lizards to get their energy and their magic. They're like fucking chlorophyll filled lizards. Lizard people who full molt as they grow and their old skin is reused as a resource for recycling purposes. Yeah, like fucking what if your grandma's skin is your fucking tent? You know? Yeah, Dragonborn is solar powered. They're fucking sun bros. They're absolutely yoked. Yeah.
I
It's
love
all
that.
there.
I'm listening. I was sending Matt's picking up stuff for me for the party.
That's the
But that's
best.
fucking
best.
that's dope.
Solar powered dragon lizard.
I love the idea of playing with temperature and seasons with the races as well, because we talked
Magic.
about it being a seasonal cycle.
Yeah. Okay. That's my go-to. That's my jump to. This cool kind of a lizard. Cool fucking lizard.
Solar powered lizard people eat magic, absorb magic through their skin. Fuck yeah.
From the sun? Seasonal and cyclical are great. And then you have them not line up. Or an interesting weird cycle of some sort. Why is the cycle weird and different? You know?
I just added one last note to the snow elves.
Oh yeah? Froggies look wet. But they're always moist.
Yeah, they're always so
Always
fucking.
a little
I
bit
don't want them
moist.
to be like, oh wow, beautiful elf. I'm like, no, they look like they're fucking
Dainty.
sweating and wet all the time.
They're like fucking water genasi, but it's like melting. They're just a melting block of ice all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe they look wet if they're not in like a snowy, icy
Yeah.
area.
Because cold
Because it's-
climates can dry out your skin.
Because it's their body trying to like sweat to cool them down. It's like we're overheating and it's
Yeah.
like 15 degrees.
Yeah, 100% Dane. I want elves to be like not hot.
Yeah. Not hot elf. Or they are hot, but they're hot in like a fucking
Like a
man, that guy-
barbarian kind of way, you know? Like
in like a fucking Mad Max. Was it Tom Hardy?
Oh.
Tom Hardy kind of way? Like
Don't
that
talk to
kind
me about Tom Hardy.
That man
That man can
fucking-
get it.
That man can get it. But only for me specifically, it's only the Mad Max Tom.
That's so fair. Mad Max can
Yeah.
get it.
Mad Max can fucking get it. God, have you seen those early movies?
Wait, isn't her spin-off in cinemas? Is it in cinemas now?
Oh?
Did I already miss it?
Wait, what?
There's like a new Mad Max, but it's not Mad Max. It's the chick.
Furiosa and
It's
Mad
Furiosa.
Max. Oh,
Yeah. Is that in cinemas right now, or is it done?
God. I'm looking it up right now.
I fucking want to watch it.
Furiosa. A Mad Max Saga is coming out this year.
It is okay, so it hasn't come out yet.
It hasn't. It's not.
I want to watch that more than
least-
I want to watch Dune 2, but I still want to watch Dune 2.
23rd
But I want to watch
of
fucking
May.
hot chick in the desert, you know?
23rd of May. Yeah, it's Anna Joy Taylor. I don't know who she is, but you know, maybe
She's good.
What else has she
Okay.
done? We're looking at it. We're looking at it right now. She was the chick from Queen's Gambit.
Yes.
And from the menu.
Well,
Right.
it's not as many words
Anyway.
as last time, but I think these are some really well-defined ideas. And honestly, we have actually started other documents too. Like we have
a bunch of more documents. We got a little
we have
map sort of
tiles.
forming.
We have a map. Why have you colored it like this? Please explain.
I was like, I want it to make sense. Boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
And then I colored it like that. And that's what happened. That's my story.
I like it. I am losing the will.
I think you are shattered. I watched you go through all 7 stages of grief when you realized that you might have forgotten to put something out for dinner.
Very sad.
And I think that you should take some time for yourself.
Well,
Isn't that right, chat?
I'll just go.
Just look after yourself.
I feel like I've also barely had the brain power to watch streams. It's been quite sad, but I have been checking in on people. But I have also just I've nearly finished The Good Doctor while I was doing origami today. That's probably what I will go back to now. I will go back to origami, decorations, and The Good Doctor.
I think I'm gonna go to have dinner and then maybe bed.
So soon? Poor friend. It's a hard knock life for us. But Zane, thank you for joining me again.
It's my absolute pleasure.
I really like this system we've come up with. And I think if we do literally do this once a week, we're gonna have a concise fucking idea, my dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm happy with it. I think it's pulling itself up. It's pulling itself tight. Yeah.
And we're figuring out some of the curly questions now too, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, any questions in the Discord, post in the Discord. We'd love to have your questions. Even if you just have thoughts, you guys mentioned this. What about this? Just an add on.
Pitch it. Reminders. Things that you want us to see talk about more.
Like pigeons. Did you put the pigeons somewhere?
I did
Oh,
not.
yes, you did. You did put pigeons navigate with magnetism. Would have a unique electromagnetic signature so the birds can always find their way to the right place.
I copy pasted Purdy's thing. I did.
I think that's perfect. I love the idea that there's sacred birds for traveling. I mean, that's the thing. In D&D, sometimes we forget, how people used to do shit like that. And it's literally, they used to send it by carrier pigeon. But then in D&D, we're like, no, we have to do it like a telephone, because that's what makes sense in our brain.
Yeah. Shoto, take the encouragement and run.
Yeah.
Do it.
All of your questions were great. And it helps us prompt ourselves into thinking about this stuff for the session, I feel. Thank you all for watching the session. More pigeon talk.
Pigeons!
More pigeons. Let me go over here. Wow, there was 17 of you? What the fuck? I was saying to Zane at the start of stream, when I'm sick or I've been busy and I haven't been streaming consistently for a while, I'm always scared that no one will show up. But then you guys always do. That makes me happy. So thank you. Do I raid out or do I just go crawl into a hole and die? We should probably
just crawl into a hole and live.
Okay, I'll go crawl into a hole. My boss told me to. Why is my bit rate so low?
Good.
What?
Your bit rate?
It says
you get a rate of bits.
On the Twitch, it says the bit rate's really bad. Well,
look,
I don't know.
I think it's time.
I can't math.
Let's do it.
It's time. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Stay spicy.
We really enjoy doing this.
Yeah, I really do. I really do. Gives me an excuse to hang out and talk with Zane for a couple hours. So.
I'm Zane.
Yeah. The second one, no dying, please. Yeah, I'll just go back to watching Good Doctor and stopping talking.
That's a good idea.
Possibly just buying Quentin a big dinner tonight. So, stay spicy, stay feisty. We'll see you in the next exploration. Bye-bye.